thunderous applause filled the Great Hall of the South Korean military that night. Amid the glare of the lights bouncing on the soldiers' military uniforms, one figure stood at the center of the stage, Cha Eun Woo, the star who is now transforming into a true soldier. However, that evening it was not just ordinary spectators who attended. Among the row of guests sitting in the middle row, there was a female figure who was unable to hide the tremors in her chest, Cha Eun Woo's own mother. After months of being able to see her son only through military TV screens or official Ministry of Defense video clips, the mother is now finally able to see her son perform live on stage as part of South Korea's MND Band, an honor music group made up of only selected talented soldiers. That night, the military hall felt different. Usually, MND Band performances are formal, with patriotic song arrangements and a disciplined atmosphere. But this time there was something else. Ever since the name Cha Eun Woo ASTRO was announced as part of the main lineup for that night's performance, the atmosphere changed drastically. Enthusiasm peaked, both from the soldiers present and from the civilian invitees. Cha Eun Woo appears wearing a full military uniform, but still with the aura of an idol. His steps were firm, his smile gentle, and his gaze sharp but full of serenity. As he stood in front of the microphone and saluted, the entire room seemed to fall silent, as if waiting for a small miracle to happen. Then the music begins with his distinctive baritone voice. He sang a patriotic song called "For the Country, for Our Hearts," a song known to be difficult to sing due to its wide vocal range and deep emotion. But Eun Woo brings it not just with technique, but with all his heart, as if he is singing not for the public, but for someone who means a lot to him, and that someone was staring from the middle bench with tears that began to pool. His own mother. According to a report from one of the MND Band staffers interviewed by local media, Cha Eun Woo's mother's presence was actually not publicly scheduled. He arrived secretly, accompanied only by 2 people from the family team and the military staff who organized the security of the VIP area. At first, he refused to come. "I'm afraid I'm going to cry in front of a lot of people," he reportedly said in a soft voice to one of his escort officers. However, a longing impulse that is too great beats everything. For months he could only see snippets of pictures of his son on military websites, official photos from the ceremony, and short clips from MND TV. Now for the first time he could see her in person, standing on stage in his pride uniform, not as an idol, but as a soldier serving his country. When the first note came out of Eun Woo's lips, the room seemed to be hypnotized. His tone was soft but strong, soulful but firm. He sings not only with the technique of a professional singer, but with the soul of a child of the nation who understands the meaning of sacrifice. However, in the middle of the second song, an acoustic version of "Remember," a song he once wrote for his fans Aroha, the mood began to turn more emotional. The lyrics of the song talk about longing, about the promise to return, about someone waiting at home. And at that moment, the spotlight of the military camera that recorded the event shone towards the audience, showing a woman who looked down while wiping her tears slowly. It was Cha Eun Woo's mother, and the sight of it makes the atmosphere of the room completely silent. Several soldiers who knew Eun Woo looked moved, even some senior officers looked down for a moment, as if they didn't want to look too emotional. The most thrilling moment occurred during the final chorus of the third song. Eun Woo, who was originally focused towards the front, suddenly turned his gaze towards the audience, right into the middle of the VIP guest row. Maybe because of intuition, or maybe because of a premonition of a child who misses his mother. And that's when their eyes met. Just a second, but enough to make the whole world seem to stop spinning. A gentle smile appeared on Eun Woo's face, a smile so sincere, so peaceful, like a child who had just found his mother in the crowd. On the other hand, her mother stared with teary eyes, her lips quivering, holding back tears. Yet there was tremendous pride emanating from her face. One of the guests sitting not far from Eun Woo's mother even whispered to the reporter, "It's not just the mother and daughter." It was like the moment when 2 souls long separated finally found each other again. After the song ended, a burst of applause echoed throughout the room. Some of the soldiers stood up to pay their respects. Some even shouted Eun Woo's name in spirit, while remaining within the bounds of military courtesy. But what was most striking was not the sound of the applause, but how Eun Woo bowed his head a little longer than usual, as if saluting not only the country, but also someone sitting in the audience. After the show is over, Eun Woo's mother is seen standing with her body slightly shaking. He looked at the empty stage, where his son had stood a few minutes ago, with an expression full of grief. One of the military photographers who photographed the event even called, "I've never seen such an expression before." It is not only a mother's pride in her child, but also a deep sense of gratitude and emotion. To some, the moment may just seem like the usual appearance of a celebrity in the military, but for the mother it was the culmination of a long journey full of struggle. He remembers Eun Woo as a child, the boy who always helped prepare breakfast before going to school, who studied music in the evenings, and who used to say, "Iyama, I want to make you proud someday." And now, on a stage heavily guarded by the military, the child really makes him proud, not because of fame, not because of the handsome face the world knew, but because of the firmness and discipline that emanated from his every step as a soldier. As one of the most popular idol actors in South Korea, many doubted how Cha Eun Woo would fit in the harsh military world. However, MND itself revealed that Eun Woo is *** one of the most dedicated warriors ***. He is known to be diligent in training, polite to seniors, and never uses his celebrity status for personal gain. Eun Woo's mother is said to have written several letters to the military, thanking them for taking good care of and guiding her son. And that evening, seeing her standing on the stage in a military uniform that fits snugly to her body, all the worries of a mother seemed to be simply erased. When the light of the stage lights began to dim, the atmosphere of the military hall slowly turned silent. Eun Woo has just finished performing with MND Band, and now it's the turn of the other units to prepare behind the stage. However, the audience's eyes were still riveted in one direction, to the place where Cha Eun Woo stood a few minutes ago, while among the rows of invited guests, a woman with shoulder-length hair and a beige coat looked down, holding her left chest slowly. He didn't try to hide his tears this time. ***, it was Cha Eun Woo's mother. ***, according to an event staff member, after the performance, he was seen staring at the empty stage for a long time, then said softly, "My son is no longer my little boy, but he is still the same boy who used to sing in our living room." That simple sentence describes everything between pride, longing, and a slight sense of loss that only a mother can understand. As the show neared completion, a high-ranking officer from MND took to the stage to give a symbolic tribute to all the band members of the night. Unexpectedly, after the procession was over, the MC suddenly announced something that made the audience whisper, "Especially tonight, we would like to pay a small tribute to the families who came to support our soldiers." One of them, the mother of Private Cha Eun Woo. For a moment, the camera glances directly at the mother. He looks surprised, obviously did not expect to be called in the middle of an official event. The guests applauded, and Eun Woo, who was still standing on the edge of the stage, looked at her mother with a surprised and happy expression.